Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. My name is Alex. I'm outside Turf Moor, otherwise known, if you've watched the last couple of fan cams, 3 Point Lane, baby. And there's not many places we could say that about, especially this season and last season. It's no secret that Chelsea have struggled in the Premier League, in every league. Let's be real. We've been rubbish. We've been crap. We've been shite. We've been every word you can call it. Chelsea have been it, right? Even if it's the top of the top, we've been there. But over the past year, we've been brought back down to reality, and that isn't our reality. As Chelsea fans, we know what our reality is, and it's not the same reality as a team like Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley, right? Our reality is bigger, better, stronger, faster, every single thing, right? We are not a team trying to stay in the league. Last year we were. I had fan cams with Lewis when he was celebrating the 40 point mark against Bournemouth. He said 40 points, hallelujah. We're staying in the league. It's not the case anymore, right? This is a better Chelsea team. This is a better Chelsea side. The management, the ownership is different, right? Even though the personnel in terms of the management is different, you can clearly see that the board, Todd Bowley, Egg Barley, Clearlake, have learned from their mistakes last season. Bowley is no longer involved really in the football side of things. That's where Egg Barley comes in. And then you've got Clearlake and you've got the recruitment team that we got with Paul Winstanley, all the rest of them. Right, they've made these signings, and it's obvious, right? It's so obvious, guys. This is a long-term project, and do you know what's crazy to me is that we would have lost this game, and people on Twitter, people online would have said, "I don't understand Chelsea's project." It's like, what the fuck are you on about? It's obvious what our project was. It was obvious since the beginning we were trying to sign players from the long term. Why the hell else would we put Enzo Fernandez on a 9-10 year deal? Mudryk on an 8-year deal? Badia Shiel on a 7+ year deal? Like, the names are countless. So I say to anyone that is reading Twitter or is listening to all of these Chelsea fans, or so-called Chelsea fans, right? Because let's be real, I mean, I can't stand by them, right? I don't see them in the games. It's like, how can I, how can I back you? I never see you. Apparently you're proper Chelsea. It's like, well, okay. But I'm here every week, guys. I'm here every single week. You know, we've got people like Kevin who are over here. We've got Matt Dav over here. You know, you don't see these guys on camera every single week, but I can guarantee you they go to more Chelsea games than most of these influencers. And I'm not calling myself an influencer. I really don't consider myself that. The idea of the fan cams and the idea of Chelsea Fan TV is to try and speak for the fan base, on behalf of the fan base, and just give my opinion as well on what I've seen based on the game I've watched. And today I watched a 4-1 win for Chelsea. And I can say, great, we've got 3 wins on the bounce, 4 goals. It's been a long, long time since I've seen that. But, you know, it wasn't really a happiness that I felt when we scored. It was more of a relief. It was like, wow, oh my God. You know, I wasn't jumping up and down. Of course I was a little bit, but generally speaking, you know, I stick my hands in the air and I say, wow, thank the Lord, you know, because I know I'm going to come on here and I'm going to listen to people rant otherwise. And I know that people are going to be toxic online. And I say, why? Either way, I say, why? I'm like, fuck. Come on, people. You call yourself Chelsea fans. You are not Chelsea fans if you're criticising this Chelsea team, even if we lost 1-0 or even if we drew 1-1, right? Of course, you can criticise the performance, but how can you not see positives? How could you have not seen performances based on the performances we've shown before? So that's what makes me angry. And really, I should be talking about what I've seen. I mean, Cole Palmer scored, Sterling scored, Jackson scored, and obviously I was really, really happy to see Jackson score. I think that creates a great rivalry or competition with Broha. Same with Sterling, with Mudryk. There's a little bit of competition there unless Sterling's playing on the right-hand side, obviously. But I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think that we will see Sterling and Mudryk competing on the left. It's clearly a preference for Pochettino to play Gallagher as a number 10 and Palmer out wide on the right. Now, when we are trying to open up teams, I still am of the opinion that you've got to play Palmer in that position. He's just more creative. It's obvious. He's able to pick those passes and He's very much used to playing an oppressive system under Guardiola. He's more than capable of doing what Gallagher does in that sense. But I mean, it speaks for itself. We all know Gallagher covers more ground than pretty much any other Chelsea player. We call him Galladog for a reason, right? I mean, what do dogs do? They fucking run, right? You throw a ball for a dog, they fucking run. Gallagher runs, okay? So you can criticise his ability all you want. You can say, well, he's not Chelsea quality. At the moment, he is. And what is Chelsea quality as well? Because we finished 12th. So, I mean, it's a bit of a weird one. It's a bit of an arrogant statement to come from fans to say he's not Chelsea quality. We all know where Chelsea should be, but where are Chelsea right now? Right now, we're in a position where last season we couldn't get past the last 16 of the Carabao Cup. Couldn't do the same on the FA Cup. Couldn't beat, couldn't really push in the Champions League where we could have really given Madrid a go, and certainly didn't do anything in the Premier League. So let's take every positive we can with a pinch of salt, but I would also say try and take the negatives with a pinch of salt. Look at this Chelsea team and understand that the position we're in and the money we've invested is not the same as what we did in 2004, 2003 with Roman Abramovich, right? You cannot spend your way out of trouble anymore. This was the case 20 years ago. It's not the case anymore. Unfortunately, it's not just Man United and Arsenal competing for the title. You now have Liverpool, who invest very little. You have Newcastle, who are now the richest club in world football. Man United have a top manager. They may not invest a lot, still, but they have the team to compete if they put their mind to it. Man City is obvious. Arsenal, we've seen their growth under Arteta. Postecoglou at Tottenham, they were top of the league last time I checked when they beat Luton 1-0. I don't actually know the table at this current moment in time, but my point is very simple. This is a process. I mean, I'm going to keep saying it, right? And it is boring, but I'm not here to get views, right? I'm not, right? I don't take over this channel and put all this time interviewing people when it's fucking shite, right? Because I don't enjoy listening to people's rants when we're crap. To then go when we're positive, let's find something controversial. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real, right? This Chelsea team isn't a title challenging team. It may be next season if we invest right, but right now we have more capabilities than ever to get top four, and that hasn't changed from what I thought at the beginning of the season. I was positive. I'm still positive. I was always optimistic, and I believe I am one of the most optimistic Chelsea fans out there. But you just have to look at this Chelsea team and give each player a bad game. Allow them to have a bad game. A bad game isn't a bad thing. That might mean, as I said before, one step backwards in order to take 2 steps forward. So I'm not particularly animated. We're going into the international break. We're going to have a couple of weeks without football. It's a bit shy, but look, 3 wins on the trot. How can you not be happy, guys? Back the manager, back the players. If Pochettino is able to get the best out of Cucurella as a right back, imagine what else he can do in the long term. So even if we did go and lose 3 on the bounce after the break, don't get on his back. He knows what he's doing. Do you honestly think you know better than Pochettino, a manager that's had that much experience as a manager? Champions League final. One of Southampton's greatest ever managers. Come on, people. So let's be realistic. Take the good times, enjoy the good times, don't get carried away. But stay behind these guys, even if things do go backwards. So, like and subscribe, guys. Up the Chelsea, and we'll see you very soon.